What's going on, guys? Mark from 3 Finished Mobile Detailing. Today we're going to go over this foam cannon. It's called the Mjjc version 3.0, and we're going to see my honest review about it and go from there.
So, Mark, real quickly, man, how'd you hear about it?
So I heard about it through my buddy was recommending it. He's like, this is a solid foam cannon. But the only thing was the price. The concerning is around like $85 plus tax. So it's around like 90 something dollars. For me, I just always stick to like a $20 foam cannon. So this will be like a long time since I bought a foam cannon that's over like $20. So we're gonna go over and review it and see the comparison, this versus my $20 foam cannon, and go from there. So there's a bunch of stuff coming in here. Let's see, you got the foam cannon bottle, you got your tips, the straw, and this, I guess this will be for the smaller orifices for like electric pressure washer if you need it, but I'm working with gas, so technically I don't need it. Then we got the foamer, so we're just gonna connect it real quick. Pretty straightforward. All right, so this is the $20 foam cannon from I think it was from Walmart, and then this one's mjjc foam cannon. So this one ranges around 85 plus tax, and this one's $19.99. This thing has been with me for like almost a year to 2 years. This we're barely trying out. Put 2 ounces of foam. I actually put 2 ounces of soap in there, the rest water, and see where it goes.
Now, I know that one has the blue hose thing at the very end.
Yeah.
With the ball.
Yeah.
The other one has the same thing?
No, so this one's just a straight, let's see, this one's just a straight regular.
Oh.
It's Chinese made, probably. So this one's just a regular one where, yeah, if you move it around, you have to, the straw's pretty stiff, so.
So for a $20 one, you don't get all the soap in there.
You do get all the soap, but like say for instance, if I'm twisted at an angle, you have to like kind of like do it like a certain way so you get all the soap. But this one is pretty cool because it does have the stainless steel ball where you can move it around and it makes sure it gets all the soap. I do like it because it's transparent. You can see the soap in there. Just looks more aesthetically pleasing. So I'd like to know what kind of foam cannon you use in the comments below. For instance, would you guys pay $85 for a foam cannon, or would you pay $20 for a foam cannon? I know some people like the professional grade, they like the aesthetic, they like everything about the expensive one, but would you want to just pay for a basic one that just gets the job done? So the reason why I got rid of the $20 foam cannon is just because the inside of it, it keeps getting clogged with like I don't know what it is, maybe like a little piece of debris and soap. So I definitely have to keep putting hot water through it and try to fix it. The only issue is this one doesn't have a filter, so it could pick up anything and get caught in anything whatsoever, which is the $85 foam cannon has a filter inside. I didn't shake up the thing, but there's soap still in there, but it has a filter in there, so it gets rid of any debris or anything like that. You don't have to deal with clog stuff, and if it's just soap, just put hot water and then it'll just dissolve the soap pretty fast. So that's a plus about the $85 one, I would say. And yeah, I'm gonna test it out, see what it looks like on the foam wise, and go from there. So the other plus about the $85 foam cannon is that when you twist it, it's pretty straightforward. I like how they have like little grooves right there where I twist it and you already know it's locked in. For the $20 foam cannon, when I do have people help me out or whatever, they'll twist it and then just keep twisting and they'll strip the plastic where you can't obviously put it in anymore. So when you're foaming, it just falls out. So the threading, metal with plastic threading is not that good of an idea, but the plastic on plastic is it's most likely harder to strip. So that's definitely a good plus on that as well. But the only thing I like about this one is pretty slim, where it could fit in to my my compartment, which is this one. Now it doesn't fit in anymore, so I'll probably have to get one of those foam cannon things to put it somewhere in the area and drill it in. Actually, I'll put it right here in this area and drill it in and just have it there the whole time. That would be pretty solid. I just don't like putting things on the floor when it's new. So obviously this one foam's really good compared to the $20 one. So let's see, I know there's different settings. You do horizontal or vertical, but so far it's pretty easy to use. I noticed the other foam cannon, I would kind of have to press a little harder for the nozzle, but this one feels like it's more easier to press. So definitely super foamy, and I will foam the whole car and go from there. I feel like the $20 one, the mesh inside is not as well built, which is this one. It feels a little bit more, it's shooting the foam and it is perfectly super, super foamy. The only issue that you run through soap pretty fast. So I just did one car and I went almost like somewhat halfway there already, which is the other one, it takes a little bit less foam. But the pro about this one is I only use like around 1 ounce or 2 ounces. The other one I use like around 3 ounces, a little bit more sometimes. So that's a plus on that too. So definitely recommend this foamer, super solid. The colors are nice. Yeah, man. I give this one a 10 out of 10. Right out the box, honest opinion. This one's pretty good. This is the real deal.
All right, Mark, just so people know, you actually, there was a specific reason you bought this foam cannon, right?
Correct, yeah.
What was it?
Well, the specific reason why I bought the foam cannon is it was recommended through a buddy, but my foam cannon was given out. So that's the only reason why I bought it.
Have you ever bought used stuff before? Or cheap stuff?
Yeah, so when I was first starting up, I used to buy used things, like for instance, like carpet extractor used or like a pressure washer used. The thing about those things, they're consistently being used, so they're gonna have a lot of wear and tear on them. They might look good on the outside, but the inside, for instance, like it has been used like a year solid straight. So the thing is, when you do buy used stuff, like it is like a discounted like product or whatever, but at the long run, you might gonna have to pay for a new one. Just because, for instance, I did buy a pressure washer a long time ago on like OfferUp, and it worked for like a month, and it was like 500 bucks. The pressure washer at the time was like 600 or 700 bucks, I think. And I was like, and it just stopped working. It was something to do with the gears inside, and I was like, dang. And then to repair it was another like $300. Like, damn, I should have just bought a new one. So yeah, if you're gonna buy like used stuff, make sure it's not like something frequently used. For instance, like I wouldn't recommend buying a used pressure washer. I wouldn't recommend buying a used generator. I would say those two things are your heart of your business. For instance, like the pressure washer and the generator, those are the things that would be common used, and that's the thing that's gonna keep you the most afloat and business steady. For the other stuff, like you could buy like a rigid vacuum. I know they're pretty cheap, like if on OfferUp, you don't want to buy a used one or a new one, or you could buy like a blower or something, but something that's really cheap I would recommend. But other than that, like stuff that you're gonna use consistently and rely on heavily, do not buy it from like OfferUp or Facebook or anything like that, just because you don't know what you're getting. So you might save like 200 bucks, 300 bucks, but in the long run, just taking like 200, 300 bucks just to fix it, and then downtime, and then you have to buy another pressure washer, or how you're gonna run your business. So those are the things that you have to pay attention to when investing into like used equipment and stuff. I'm not saying all used equipment's bad, but there are cons about buying stuff. You just never know what you're gonna get.
So Mark, someone's starting a detailing business, brand new in the game, doesn't have any equipment. Should they buy new, or should they buy used just to test out the business? How do you feel about it?
I mean, when you're like starting off detailing, you kind of know if you wanted to do it long-term or short-term, or a side hustle kind of thing. If you're halfways in, halfways out, I wouldn't recommend buying like new things right away. We do see a lot of detailers. I had a buddy of mine that used to work with me, and then he tried to start his own business. He bought everything he wanted, and then after 2 months down the line, he just never did it. So, and then it was in the garage and stuff. He never finished it. He thought he could like start the business up and it was just easy, but at the end of the day, things take time to grow, and then you have to put a lot of time into getting your clients and then also doing a good job. So it's just not plug and play business. Like I know a lot of people, they want to they do hop into barbering or just like car washing, something like, because it's like not as much money that needs to go into it, but at the same time, you always have to make sure you push quality instead of quantity, because at the end of the day, if you're like doing crappy work, you're gonna get crappy results and then crappy reviews, and your business is not gonna do good long term. Because if you're in it for the money, I wouldn't recommend doing it, just because there's no passion or no drive. If you're not into cars, don't do it, just because you don't really care about the cars as much. So that's the thing to it. Always stick with your passion, and if you like something, stick with it. You'll do good. You saw it and you enjoy it, you'll go far in life. All right, guys, so we just finished wrapping up the video of the honest review of the mjjc foam cannon versus the $20 foam cannon. The pros about this was it's $20. If it breaks, you get a new one. Super straightforward. The bad part is the threading is plastic and metal, so you can strip that. And the only thing is on this one as well, there's no screen for any debris, so it could get clogged pretty fast, which is for the pros about this one. This one is, it does have this screen in it, so for any debris comes in, it's probably not going to get clogged. The cool thing about this is very easy to use, really smooth, a lot of foam. This one doesn't produce as much foam, and I know I noticed it need a little bit more foam for this one, so you do waste more product with this one. But the other thing about this one is that you run through a little bit more soap as well. So it's a trade for trade on this part, but definitely recommend this mjjc foam cannon. Super solid, easy to use, ready to use right out the box. I like the aesthetics on this one. Looks clean, looks more professional compared to this one. This one looks pretty dirty. Overall, I would recommend this product, but the only thing is this one is $85 and this one is $20. So drop it down in the comments below. Which one would you get, or which one do you use? Do you use the MTM, this one? Do you use a regular Mjjcfoamcannon? Drop it down in the comments below, and thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thank you.